Okay, it's Monday.
It is Monday.
Time for disco.
Friday is the karaoke day. Monday is the disco day.
Yes. Flanking the weekend with partying.
Mm-hmm. We are a party stream. Isn't that right, Animal? All right.
Oh yeah, we just started the...
Like day 5, I think?
Yeah, I think it's the 5th day.
You have some homework to do.
Oh, that's right.
You have a gun.
I do have a gun with no bullets, thankfully.
Yeah, I think you need to find bullets. But I don't know if that's like actually a quest or just like something you need to do if you want to use your gun.
Let's see. Let's try under here. Oh yeah. There we go.
Look at inframaterialism. Oh god.
The cover of this pocket-sized volume features a swirl of orange, yellow, and green. The title, A Brief Look at Inframaterialism, is set in an authoritative yet approachable serif font.
Mm-hmm.
On the inside jacket flap, you find a brief summary. What is inframaterialism? A highly theoretical branch of Masovian communism? A collection of mystical ramblings by a discredited revolutionary? Or possibly both?
I wonder if this is the font that they're mentioning.
Yeah.
The authoritative yet approachable serif font.
I can see that.
This brief look,
description.
TM, introduces readers to one of this century's most fascinating
Daisy.
and misunderstood theories in a concise...
Daisy, we're trying to learn about
jargon-free
inframaterialism.
Yes. Most interesting mysteries of theories in a concise, jargon-free manner.
You turn to the table of contents. The guide itself is divided into several sections with seemingly esoteric titles like Effects of Plasm on Root Vegetables and Mental Projection and Transference. There's also a brief introduction about the life of Ignas Nielsen.
Jeff is asking, will inframaterialism help me finish my trials grind? I'll keep my eye out for any mention
Yes,
of
we'll have to
Shira.
Known to his numerous admirers as the evangelist of the revolution, and to his even more numerous enemies as the apocalyptic Shrike, Ignas Nielsen remains one of the most controversial and fascinating figures to emerge in the years of the anti-centennial revolution, second only to Krasmazov himself. During his unparalleled life, he helped guide a revolution in one country and found a new state in another. Along the way, he committed some of the most notorious war crimes in an era famed for its atrocities. And yet, his most fascinating contribution to history may be the most overlooked. His theory of ideological plasm, from which his followers and successors developed the school of communism known as inframaterialism. If you're like most people, you probably believe that your thoughts reside in your brain, right? Completely backwards. You think with your hands. Always have. This sounds more like a question for a psychiatrist. See also a brief look at psychiatry. But let's stick with Ignas Nielsen a moment. As Mazov's devoted comrade and leading theoretician, Nielsen was responsible for developing much of the intellectual foundation of communism. But his interests and speculations were famously wide-ranging. During his final years in exile, he produced, among other things, an early guide to home brewing, instructions for raising revolutionary children, plans for a universal pictographic language, and a detailed materialist critique of Dolores Day's chess strategy. But one subject he returned to time and time again was the fundamental relationship between thoughts and matter.
Universal pictographic language makes me think of the symbol callouts in the latest Destiny raid.
We may yet discover, he wrote in his notebooks, that under certain exceptional circumstances, the proletariat's embrace of historical materialism may be so fervent that their beliefs take form in the world of matter as a kind of revolutionary plasm. Certainly, in essence, Nielsen is arguing that thoughts don't just reside inside the brain, they radiate outward from it. According to this idea, the brain is an ideological transponder, constantly emitting waves of highly politicized energy, which Nielsen called plasm. Stay with us a moment longer. What's more, Nielsen speculated that this plasm, when it becomes powerful enough, might begin to influence the material reality surrounding it. Hence the name, inframaterialism. Unfortunately, Nielsen passed away before he was able to develop these initial ideas into a full-fledged theory. That work was left to subsequent generations of communist theorists. Building on Nielsen's basic insight, these theorists reached a startling conclusion that a sufficiently revolutionary state might begin to exhibit certain extra-physical effects based on the amount of plasm generated by its citizens. Correct, though certain particulars of the theory are commonly attributed to Nielsen himself. The evidentiary basis of those attributions has always been a point of contention between inframaterialists and their critics. The actual theory is highly technical, but for the purposes of this brief look, TM, that's a fine working
Like the
definition
trademark line,
of the
brief look.
concept. That's because this is absolute idiocy, not even worth engaging with. Inframaterialists divide the extra-physical effects of the revolutionary state by the level of plasm required to achieve them. At the lowest, or first level, revolutionary plasm is believed to stimulate or invigorate matter without altering its essential properties. Precisely, though plasm does more than increase vegetable yields, it may also influence the physiology of revolutionaries themselves. It's also been postulated that plasm may account for the remarkably full and manly facial hair observed on many communist males. Of course, inframaterialists argue that revolutionary plasm may stimulate human physiology in other ways as well. Oh yeah, we're talking about white-hot communist sex, baby. That's correct. Reports from the revolutionary period claim that the most radically devoted communards were able to engage in vigorous intercourse for up to 8 hours at a time. 8 hours? There's no way. Your equipment would be mashed to jelly. No wonder the communards couldn't shoot straight. They were too shagged out. And on that note, you feel like you've gotten the general idea of inframaterialism. Enough to carry on a basic conversation, at least. But if you'd like to go even deeper into some of the more speculative aspects of the theory, you could always read further. The book fits quite snugly into your palm. It would also fit comfortably into a jacket pocket. You flip forward a few pages until you come upon a chapter titled Mental Projection and Transference. When a community has achieved a sufficiently high degree of revolutionary fervor, inframaterialists believe that second-level effects may be observed. At this second level, certain hyper-revolutionary individuals may even develop the ability to extend their thoughts into material space, and vice versa. According to inframaterialist theory, yes. Under suitably revolutionary conditions, that is. Of course, one doesn't need to be a communist to be attuned to the thoughts of your brothers and sisters. It's become something of a folk legend that during their final meeting, Nielsen and Mazov didn't speak a single word, preferring to sit in silence with their chamomile tea, reading one another's thoughts. One of the minor tragedies of the late revolutionary period is that few reliable accounts survive. Much of what we know of the communards' activities during this period come from memoirs and second-hand accounts. some only written down decades after the fact, and of dubious authenticity. Because plasm has never been directly observed, the exact mechanism behind these effects remains entirely speculative. This should be more than enough for a stimulating discussion. That said, if you're still yearning for more, you breeze through the next several sections until you arrive at the final chapter, titled A Communism Above Reality. When a society's revolutionary fervor reaches the third and highest level, inframaterialist theoreticians have postulated that the laws of physics cease to be laws. More like suggestions, according to some of the SRV's leading inframaterialists. Of course, it's impossible to say what exactly happens under these conditions. No known society has ever achieved the levels of revolutionary enthusiasm the theory seems to require. Some inframaterialists have even argued that it might require more plasm than humanity alone may be capable of producing. In the SRV, there have been attempts to organize certain species of aquatic mammals, as well as a few of the higher corvids.
Okay.
But as of this writing, only human beings have demonstrated the intellectual capacity for revolutionary communism. There are numerous stories from Samara involving bandits or fascist mercenaries being levitated by farmers from the most ideologically advanced communes. Of course, few of these incidents have ever been rigorously investigated or substantiated. Among known attempts to channel third-level capabilities, the most well-documented is the curious case of Coalition warship Debutante. It concerns an interesting series of events that took place during the invasion of Revachol. As Coalition forces made landfall, a cadre of Nielsen's most fervent acolytes attempted to compress a Coalition aerostatic with their collective will. According to communard law, these acolytes positioned themselves at the top of a redoubt just over the bay of Revachol. From that vantage, they proceeded to visualize pinching Coalition warship Debutante between their fingers, a gesture believed to assist in the extra-physical materialization of their thoughts. The acolytes, along with the redoubt, were vaporized in an artillery strike before the process could be completed.
That's too bad.
It's been said, though, that in the weeks following the battle, the captain of the Debutante noted an increase in incidents of crewmen striking their heads on unexpectedly low bulkheads. Of course, colorful anecdotes only scratch the surface of what inframaterialists believe may be possible in a truly third-level society. Some have theorized that such a society would be fundamentally unrecognizable, lacking many of the institutions we typically take for granted in advanced societies, including organized governments, financial institutions, and law enforcement. Did that book just say there's no place for you in this future?
No! Half-Light. Why?
Others have argued that people living under third-level conditions will be immune to such infirmities as hunger, disease, and mental illness. In some of his later writings, Nielsen himself speculated about the potential for an extra-physical architecture that disregards the laws of bourgeois physics and instead relies on the revolutionary faith of the people for structural integrity. Precisely. Nielsen observed that the financial system operates on the same principle of faith. So why not an architectural system? On the following page, you come across a few black and white reproductions from Nielsen's own notebooks. One sketch depicts a government ministry shaped like a great inverted.
Oh my god, oh no, it's the board.
Width
Oh god.
balanced atop foundations the size of common apartments. Another depicts a leaning tower wrapped in a dramatic helix. The caption beneath it reads, "The Tower of History." Something about that tower looks awfully familiar. Could it be That's what the students were trying to recreate
that
with
makes
the
sense.
matchboxes.
Oh.
Jeff says this is some Discworld shit.
Yeah.
What's the name of the big turtle? Like Atuin or something like
Atuin,
that?
yeah.
In the corner of one of the reproduced notebook pages, you can make out the following words, written in Nielsen's distinctive slashing script.
Daisy's off exploring the garage.
A state that has lost the faith of its people has forfeited the right to exist. There is no more. You've reached the outer theoretical limits of communism, and in less than 200 pages.
Wow.
If you'd like to read further, may we recommend a brief look at Occidental architecture?
Alright. I'm all read up.
Yep. You're a huge communist now.
Yes. Oh, that's the great Atuin. Thank you very much. That's true.
Yes?
There's Kim. Alright, what do we have?
Oh yeah, you got that. From checking out Clausia's room last night.
Yeah. Test out Ruby's location. Yeah, we can do that too. We don't know how to make this jam harder core
Yeah.
just yet. Oh, and get myself organized. Murder weapon.
Do you know if you can inspect your gun?
Oh, yeah, let's give that a shot.
You might also, like, if that doesn't do anything, you might try equipping it and see if that prompts, like, a thought or something.
Okay. Tools.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't look like it's inspectable.
Still my terror bag.
Oh, yeah.
Yes?
No response. He just arches his brow.
Trying to remember if there was, like, a quest to find ammunition.
Ah.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Try work. The case at hand. It can work miracles. Not a fan. It's just the nature of lieutenancy. Really? You look fine to me. This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer. Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema
Okay.
to call your station's Lazareth. Was there anything else you wanted? Me?
Oh, yeah, I wonder
I
if you
don't
can
see how
tell
my life is
your
pertinent to the investigation.
precinct that you have your gun back.
Oh, yeah. I should do that.
Don't call him a lame
Jesus
landlord.
Christ. No.
That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
And don't say the one about you don't look like other people
Yeah.
around here.
Good lord.
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant
No. Absolutely not.
but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
No, I don't what?
I think it's like, no, I don't feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down.
Oh, okay.
Are they? They are mostly just cumbersome. No.
Your brain sends signals, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow. It's like you're locked down.
Something the matter, detective?
What's going on? It's like you're a puppet in his hands. The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
What do you mean?
Did
what you're talking about.
the balance between music and the voice acting change at all for you?
Yeah,
just now?
the music got really loud.
Yeah, okay. Thought it might just be me, but I'm not.
That was strange.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just use my notebook.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. That's where his conversations with himself take place. You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system. You're special.
I'm not asking that.
Let's change the subject. Excuse me? You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide. I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegiate observation. In the 57th, we call it the
Jamrock Shuffle.
Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically. They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
Yes, but containers contain things, shiny things. They're interesting.
I don't know. Containers contain, I guess. I'm making assumptions. We should move on.
Passing along frivolous interdepartmental stereotypes is not usually his oeuvre. He regrets bringing it up.
Okay. Wonder if that,
Oh yeah, Collier Station's Lazarus. That's there.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see asking Kim about the case anymore, so.
Okay.
I don't. Oh, no, no, this is still here.
Huh.
Interesting.
Yes?
I don't know.
What do you want to know? You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you? 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute. They, classier as we've come to suspect, didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The Dock Workers Union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. That's right.
Okay. Okay, yeah, task complete. Alright.
There you go.
Good.
Awesome. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, I wanted to. I was interested in checking out the. Yeah, just remember where the shot came from. So, Boardwalk, Island, and Land's End.
Yeah.
So I need to figure out where those would be. So Boardwalk, do they mean like right here-ish?
Yeah, it's the walkway that goes out over the water.
I don't know how I get to the island.
Yeah. Might have to ask where it,
Yeah. Oh, that lady's speaking a different language. This is where the pigs was.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think this is part of the boardwalk, but this wouldn't be where the shot was taken from, I don't believe.
There's this guy.
Yeah. I can never remember his name. It's something kind of Scandinavian.
Yeah. Oh. Can't go further this way.
I would guess maybe around where that guy's body was.
Oh,
That's sort of
okay,
pointed out
yeah.
over the water, but I'm not entirely sure. Where it wants you to go.
Yeah, we'll go there. If I can remember how to get there.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky. The way it kind of winds around.
It might be. Okay. Here and.
Oh, okay.
There's a trash can. Inspect. Oh, there's a
There's
tear.
some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab roll.
Give that tear. Yeah. Oh. Heard a blowhorn.
Yep.
Okay, I guess we're right here. Where's the church? There's this door.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The
From here to the whirling, I can't see how. The church is in the way.
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower. In the distance you can hear the breakers roar.
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freitor. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there. In the whirling in rags. To warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps. But anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fires this time of year. Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out... Biddable Prime, was it? It's not possible to climb that ladder. And even if it were, why? There's no platform up there to aim from. Those? A smoking assailant who favors Tumutiri to Astra or Joanne? Cigarette butts are everywhere. This is a common brand for all men.
There, 1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the bay, blue from the distance and the air, you see the smallest rectangle, barely visible. A glowing light on the third floor of the Whirling in Rags. With binoculars, you would see a young woman's shape move behind the glass, her limbs long and slender. Smoking, drinking, being happy and elated, without you. Because you're here, freezing in the wind, aren't you? Doing your detective work.
Okay, so which one did that check off?
I think it was Land's End.
Okay. Still need Boardwalk and Island. Let's see. I wonder what island they're referring to. Would be this here?
Yeah, I think it's that right there.
Okay. So it'd be like this way. But I don't know how I would get there. Oh, let's check this trap.
Oh, yeah.
Just dead and dying locusts, and the slow swaying of surrounding reeds. Poor things.
Oh, I think I saw a tear. Kim, get out of the way. Is that a tear right next to the trap?
Oh, I think it might just be part of the trap. I don't know.
Okay.
Not sure. Hard to tell.
Yeah.
I'd have to get up close to the screen to check, and I have a cat on me.
You have a cat on me. That's more important. Maybe I can get Joyce to take me to the island.
She does have a boat.
It's the only person I know in the game with a boat. I guess the lady in the village might have a boat.
Yeah, she is a fisherwoman. I think she might have a boat.
I need to find a place in the boardwalk where someone would take a shot. I think I checked here already. I did not go over by the guy and his son. Oh, they're down this way. Kim's not following me anymore.
Got in front of you somehow.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm supposed to have new dialogue with this
Does
guy.
that have
Hello. Isn't this a
Trent
fine morning?
Hiddleston. Yeah, that's pretty Nordic.
Yeah, Trent Hiddleston. Oh yeah, I can't get over to this.
Oh yeah, it's blocked off. There's the trap. Yeah, I don't know if there's a way to get around to there. I don't remember.
It's- This little shack right here. Oh, this is fishing village.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning.
Yeah, I think you're making that one.
This makes it awkward.
It would.
It would very much.
Yeah, I think when it's that low, it essentially means you're only gonna hit it if you roll 2 6s. I wonder what that date's like. I didn't have the courage to ask her that either.
Something highlighted right here. That's two.
I assume a dot would pop up like it did for that one at Land's End, but I don't remember where you find this one.
Use visual calculus to chime in. It's a dead end here.
Yeah.
A few locusts trudge along the wall of the trap. The rest are piled in a heap in the corner, dead. No phasmid anywhere. Poor things.
Some of these you might not be able to check off yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. I think at least one you definitely can't get yet, but I don't want to spoil too much.
Sure. Okay. I can leave it for later then. Okay, I can talk to Titus. Okay. Back to the fishing village.
And there were some things like your thoughts were suggesting to make the Titus check easier. One of them is this.
Oh, yeah?
And one was like investigating the passages in the whirling, which you've done.
Yeah.
I think the other one was talking to Klasia a bit.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we can
But
do
I think that was like, you needed to pass a tough volition check.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you can do that.
What's this? I didn't get the goat through the hole or whatever in the pinball.
Oh yeah, I want to see what that check does sometime.
Yeah.
I'll have to try to look it up.
Just the footprints.
Yeah.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Just Claudia.
Hello, officer. What brings you up here again?
Drama and evolution. I do have my drama outfit.
Oh, you do? If only she'd watched you do karaoke. This check would be a lot easier.
Oops. There we go. Okay. Let's see if I remember what I had on. Oh, there we go. minus drama.
I like to picture this from Classia's perspective. You're about to start talking to her, but then you whip out a kimono and put it on.
I think I skipped another drama. Yeah. Well, maybe I didn't. I thought I had more drama stuff on.
Does the fedora have drama? Not the one you're wearing, the like detective hat.
This one?
No. The like fedora. The goat, scroll down a bit.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. Oh, that's encyclopedia.
Oh, that's minus drama.
Yeah.
Could have sworn I had more drama than him.
Hello, officer. What brings you up here again?
You do have some points to spend if you wanted to try these.
Yeah. See if I have any volition stuff. I see volition is it blue?
It's purple.
It's purple, okay. There we go. So,
That looks great over your kimono.
what is this?
Or under your kimono, I guess.
Okay, I had this mesh tank top.
Yeah.
Okay, volition from the. Oh, and this
And
had
that's
drama.
Yeah, I assume you were wearing most of your drama outfit
Yeah.
previous to this.
Okay, so +2 volition.
Hello, officer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's closer.
We'll put 1 point. That's keep your morale. Oh, I think that gave me more.
Yeah, volition is your mental health
Oh,
stat.
okay, nice. That's good.
And
Hello, officer. What brings you up here?
She looks back. Time moves slowly. The triangles of her face rearranging into a weary smile. Don't worry. We will protect you from her beauty. We will consult you through the reefs and sounds of her persona. We will see through deceits. You are shielded. You are wise. You are advised. There are muscles on long white bones that line her limbs, just below the silver jumpsuit. Nothing, just time passing. Don't worry. Anything out of the ordinary and you would be notified. Air moves in your windpipe. Your heart beats. You're a detective. Get back to detecting. She presses her elbows against her waist and slowly turns her head. Her hair brushes her shoulders, making a small hissing sound, almost imperceptible. The strange moment ends. It was brief, no longer than 2.2 seconds.
Does this max it out?
yeah,
Okay.
unless you can increase your psych score, that's as most as you're going to be able to raise volition.
Okay. Well, I should better quick save this then.
Yeah.
Hello, officer. What brings
Just like the last time.
Good call.
Hello, officer.
Just like the last time.
No.
Hello, officer. What brings you up here again?
Just like the last time.
Yeah.
Like
You
no
keep
one.
failing at
We will protect
72%.
you from it. We will. You are advised. The strange moment ends. It was brief, no longer than
Execution of
2
that
point.
ball.
Hello, officer.
Just like the last time.
At least this is faster to load up. And the cryptid lady.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, officer.
Soft, light brown eyes look back at you, directly into the space behind your eye sockets. You see the smoke rise from between her painted red lips. She's beautiful. I have bad news for you. You know these guys? Who? Me? Yes, you. He's talking about you, you boring stiff. You too. Me? What did I do? These guys are compromised. She's got them singing along to her tune. The little bleeps and bloops you trust for info. You can't trust them anymore.
Oh my god.
Believe it. There's no way of knowing. At the moment, I'm afraid it's best to assume. All bullshit, man. I ain't compromised. Especially that guy.
Yeah.
That guy's the most compromised one in here. No fucking way, man. I just want a drag of that sweet menthol Ziggy. Really? Quick. Tell me what's under her jumpsuit. Glory. Truth. Softness. Protective. She wants you. I take it back. He's got it pretty bad. But this next guy's on another level entirely. She likes you. The crown head is a boring condom. He's jealous. This is human nature. How it always does. Through subtlety. There's nothing you can do about it. You are how you are, and she is how she is. Things will go as they do. No. It's better to know you're being played than to be played without knowing it, is it not? I think it's safe to assume, yes, Mr. Thespian here hasn't been speaking up. If he were, I suspect there would be paeans to her truthfulness. Like this. She is a lady, most fair and just. In his defense, to reduce him to such inadequacy, she probably had to employ half-truths more often than outright lies. That is correct. And omissions too. A little. They're all still of limited use, interpreting things to the best of their ability. Maybe they add flair or something. I wouldn't know. I don't add flair. But when it comes to assessments of character and factual accuracy, they are not to be trusted. Not with her. Don't be melodramatic. You can trust them. Just not with her. A light green speck and imperfection on the outer rim of her right iris. It sparkles. You can't draw a sound conclusion. The one who usually does says, she may want to control the information rollout, not to become a suspect. She may have a past she's escaping, unrelated to this case. You doubt it's something truly insidious. See? It's oddly moderate, probably compromised. Don't worry, it's only been 4 or 5 seconds. You've got this. For a second, her face disappears from your cornea. Only a silvery negative remains. Still smiling, a tired smile.
Oh.
Might see if dramas. That check's easier. Oh yeah, it has a bonus now.
Oh, okay.
Might see what it looks like with all of your drama gear on.
Sure. Oops. I took some of it off.
Yeah, there was a shirt.
Oh yeah, it was like a tank top. Yeah, there we go.
And I think a tie, maybe.
Yeah. That's +3. Drama. +2 drama. Huh. It just says +3 here. Is something subtracting it?
It might be one of your thoughts.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Oh,
Lisa.
those shades, yeah. At least those.
Okay. And I can always...
And quick save.
I guess so, yeah. Well, I can always, like, bump it up, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think I've put any points into it.
But yeah, if you're gonna bump it up, you might as well take a roll first.
Yeah.
Hello, officer.
Oh yeah.
What brings you up here?
Who? What? Dear Lord, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not the most fair and just at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further entangles you in her web of lies. Take it easy. Don't overcompensate with this course correction. Ask questions first.
Was I talking to Gart with the time from the start of the game on?
Oh yeah.
Huh. Oh, okay.
See?
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
It checks out. I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay. Okay, it's not. You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it.
She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
There may be grounds here, at least for an extended detention.
A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around.
Woman.
But I haven't done anything. Anything illegal.
Fucking mind games. Enough. That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in.
Your finger next to your head.
The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
Please no.
Fragile, unshielded. Her voice is thin and tired.
I think I know who did it. I know who shot Ledley. You know it wasn't me. Why would I do it? I have no motive.
She's silent for a second, as if looking into herself for certainty. Then, in a hushed voice, she says, "Gearing up for this betrayal is hard for her."
Ruby. She has this thing for me ever since I met her and the boys downstairs. She's been pretty frank about what she wants.
What she's saying is... sex?
And more. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship. When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit if I didn't. It was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after that, but
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she is romantically interested in you?
she said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive. She started developing notions about our relationship.
And you led her on?
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed, nothing more.
This is just an assumption.
I know what it sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. But she knew what had happened when I came downstairs. Somehow, she knew Lely was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she was calm as a stone, too. She cleaned it all up like she had a plan.
That is a little strange. People don't usually keep things together under stress like that.
She came over one night, drunk, said she'd turn my life into a living hell. I've been threatened before, so I can tell when someone knows how to do it. And she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but
Some of that fear is still with her. She exhales sharply. What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her.
you've been through there, right? I saw you come out. It leads downstairs. She could have come to the roof through that, then made the shot right here, where I stand. It was dark outside. I wouldn't have seen her.
Then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing. That is possible.
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you been out there with her?
Yes, of course. She's been up here many times, jacking private stations off the ring antenna. She used to come here to drink on the roof with me, before it got weird.
Okay, and what? Arrest the liar now. Why? She told us some pretty interesting things there. Her. Stop letting her distract you.
Thank you. Thank you. You won't regret it.
Something tells you, you will. She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath, as if in the presence of some tiger. You are. This is not the end of this.
Yeah? Oh. Do you think Ruby could have gotten in that way? To the roof? She could have come up through there.
It's possible.
She keeps looking at the door with a worried expression. The wind ruffles her hair.
Huh. This isn't good.
She's straight as a stick, suddenly.
Okay. I'm glad someone's had fun. Mm-hmm.
She's lost in thought. Eyes narrowed, forehead furrowed.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. You might see what that Titus check is like now.
Sure. I wonder what the fastest way down there is.
Yeah, I'm not
between
sure
these
which
two.
is faster.
I think this. I think this
Okay.
might be slightly fewer screens. Try talking to Gart with the tie from the start of the game on.
Yeah. The horrific necktie or whatever it's called.
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah.
Is there some like funny interaction there or something?
There can be, but I think it might only happen the first time you talk to him.
Oh, okay.
You might try equipping that and any other Inland Empire stuff you have.
Oh, okay, sure. Let's see, Inland Empire's purple, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the tie itself gives like 2.
Okay.
Or just 1.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh, that's also that's another
Oh,
tie.
okay. I see. Yeah.
It doesn't look like that's a tie.
Yeah.
Inland Empire.
Ah, smallest church in Saint-Saëns.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's
Yeah.
talking about the.
It was all right. Subdued. I might start letting people up there again. Now, what can I do for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it would be a dialogue option. It just might prompt a thought after you talk to him.
Oh, okay. Huh. Do you remember what the check for Titus was?
I think it would either be like, I would guess logic or rhetoric,
Oh, okay. Well, let's
but I
find
don't
out.
remember.
It's you again. What is it?
Logic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you've got a ton of bonuses
Yeah.
already. You can probably get this up to 97 if you have some logic here.
Yeah. I think I do. Oops. Let's see. Okay, I don't have any points in logic too, so I
Yeah.
can. Oops. Okay. That's minus logic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you already have a +2 on logic.
Oh, okay. I think.
So you might be wearing your best logic gear already. Oh, there's a jacket though.
Go. Oh,
What a hat.
okay. Wow.
Oh, glasses.
I'm supercharged with logic now.
The smartest boy in the universe.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I
God.
think this other hat has +2.
Probably.
God.
It's also not, you know,
It's-
a smart conical hat.
yeah. Oh gosh.
Yes.
Okay.
Logic's pretty high. This absolutely now feels like a check you'll fail like 3 times.
Yes.
You again. What is it?
Oh, 92%.
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
So that's what you were squinting at. You were trying to come up with a theory, weren't you? That she did it.
Yeah, he was cobbling together shit so he could put her away. It's RCM 101.
Well, let old Titus set your mind at ease then. She didn't do it. She was here all night.
Sunday night, 11:30 to 12:15. She was here all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
No. All right, she took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has a complex operation to run from her lorry. She's a busy girl. Always has been.
This complex operation is probably something illegal.
Just 'cause she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot the merc. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
He's been through it. That means he suspected her too. All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
There's the winch out back.
Why not? You can't draw a straight line into Clausia's window from any of the surrounding buildings. Not from what I know about Martinez. Maybe from the coast. But like I said, I've been too busy dealing with you idiots. So no, I don't think it was a sniper. It was close up. 72%. That's a percentage and all. Where'd you get it from? Your guys in the lab? No, you can't. I know what you did here on the weekend. People talk. And what they say doesn't sound like a science call. You're a madman.
Those numbers were an ass pull, man.
Yeah, and they don't put hair on the roof either. It's just mambo jumbo. He hasn't got shit.
Oh. People say there was a pinball arcade here, sometime before the hostel. What was it called, Theo?
East Delta Pinball Arcade. Weird place. Went bankrupt.
Okay, but how'd you get up? There's no room for a staircase in this building. Or an elevator, for that matter.
The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop. Thank you. Ruby could have gone up, shot him, come down. All under 7 minutes.
That's quite the theory. We need to have a look at that secret passage, boys.
I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears, me and Angus are going up there.
It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial lift. How about I go instead of...
Just now. You got something else to back this route up? Or is that it? I've seen the winch. I'm not blind. You saying it's part of the elevator she used to get up there? That's one mystery down then. An architectural mystery. Doesn't much concern Ruby, does it? Footprints. Recent.
He looks tough, but there is a nervous twitch in his dark green eye. This is all too close to home for him.
That close, huh? How fortunate. I'll take a thorough look at those prints myself before I believe that call. Good news is, I'm still listening. Right. What the fuck does that got to do with Ruby?
Pinball.
He makes a gruff gesture for you to continue.
I don't like guessing, Carl. No one does.
It opens the steel door in the kitchen, the one that leads upstairs to the roof. This key was right here, with you, all the time.
Quit jumping to conclusions, Theo. You took that key. Did it look like it was recently put there?
Now, the ribbon was old, faded. It had been there for 20 years at least.
Why? This doesn't make sense. It's damn interesting, but it doesn't fit well, and you know it.
It doesn't fit well, but it fits, and he knows it.
Firmly doesn't go well with could've. There's a route to the roof. Me and the boys need to check it out. That's what we've established. But a route does not put that bullet in his head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2, murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt, in the shape of a gun.
So it had to come from a breech-loading rifle. Military grade. Not even you militia monkeys have those. This goes against your short-range theory. If the murder weapon was military grade, how did Ruby get it? Carl, that's exactly what it means.
That wasn't strong.
That looks antique. A Velma grave. It's inoperable. Where'd you get it?
20, maybe 30 rifles, Titus. Also broken, but still, there were too many. And there must be other caches too.
God damn it. We need to close that dump down for good.
That's a goddamn breech loader, too. Find one that works, and you got a military-grade weapon that shoots jacketed ammunition.
He sees it. This is coming together. He must. Time to really close the deal. Show them the bullet. The blonde man looks at the mushroomed deathbringer in the evidence bag and says,
"Yeah, the bitch is jacketed all right. 4mm too."
Whoa.
Well, goddamn. It's not proof, but it's a possible murder weapon. Close to her. Too damn close. You have been thorough. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
All right. Keep talking. I'm getting a bit curious about some things myself.
Pete, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The last component.
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Time for a logics demonstration.
Do you want Eugene, Shanky, or Titus? I don't know what the right answer is here.
Yeah.
He scoffs.
Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
The man is silent.
If she used us to cover her own shit up, well, that's a serious violation of the Hardy Code, boss.
Which is why she didn't. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good.
Nah, man. That's just Ruby. She's got shit under control. That's her whole thing. That's why she's so good.
Plus, man, it's like female intuition, you know. Women talk to women. Which is sort of why we need someone on the team who they talk to.
Not so useful.
You had expressed, on occasion, your dislike of the mercenaries' presence in Martinez, right?
Whack someone in my district? That doesn't carry much favor with Titus Hardy. She has to know that.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod. And a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want. I don't know. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However hard I asked. Want to know why? She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior. Why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that. Friday afternoon, when you first arrived, I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation. I told you. No, you. As in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes. Sure. You know, when I first saw you limp in here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure. She said you have a funny taste in clothes and that you won't stop until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other, open them up like cans.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, we can whine about it, whack him, or we can go on with our lives. I'm having a go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
Silence. He nods.
You are insistent.
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This cop, Titus. This cop, he... But she...
Everard's file on you seemed thin on info. She must know from somewhere else. From Jamrock. Something more.
No. Her and Everard. They don't talk. They've never met. They have no relations. They live in different galaxies. Get that through your head. She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Yeah, Al. And we won't either.
She's not really a hardy candidate anymore, is she?
She's not, Glenn. A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlog. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
Who's doing this looking? They're all here.
Lizzie needed some air.
Lizzie? Oh, okay.
You're a smart cop, but you're a stupid person. No one goes to tell Everard anything. If he has to know, he has to know fast.
It's called a radio, I believe. The gardener may have played you a game when she stormed out. She has her own plan.
Sure, there's some shit houses there. A cinderblock town. Fisherfolk there refuse to unionize. So, that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash.
Hey.
Time for you to step up.
Are we talking about where I sleep?
I think so, yeah.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a Lowry man. It'll have to.
Yeah, of
His
course I'll
grip
shake
is
Titus's
firm
hand.
and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite.
I shook Titus's hand. That's a big goal for me.
Yeah, he respects you now.
Yes.
You think you have a pretty hot suspect right now, don't you? That ruby of
Not
yours.
volition.
Yep.
Notice how it came together without casting too much suspicion on Clasia.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice and ruby-centric in the end. Anything strike you a bit off about this mishmash? Absolutely. It could have come from anywhere, but you're suddenly so certain it came from the roof behind the window. Good point. It is rather rare these days, but do continue. True. Strange how you conducted the whole advanced ballistics analysis and then hand-waved it. No, they didn't.
That's right. I didn't mention that to Titus.
Notice how this hasn't come up at all. Even Hardy and his boys didn't mention it. Neither did you. That's right. Finish thought. Just finish it and conveniently go on. She's watching you leave right now. You know that. Free as a bird on that roof. Lighting up a cigarette and thinking, am I glad Ruby's in this shit and not me? Don't listen to this guy. The theory was solid. He's just jealous. Move on. It's no use harassing her further.
Yeah, it seemed like something bad might have happened if I kept pressing her.
Yeah.
So I backed off. Let's see what...
I think something does happen if you try to take her into custody, but I'm not exactly sure what. I have some ideas.
I'll investigate the Ruby angle for now. Do I just maybe question people around here?
Yeah, I would like try talking to the fisherwoman or maybe even the kids. And her too. Just whoever.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with? Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
Because she's blind.
This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
Would you now? I know how this world works. And it doesn't work when people tell on each
She's
other.
no narc.
Ah, I should have known. This is yet another union mess. I'm not afraid of them, you know. We are not in the habit of being afraid around here. There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else?
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it out to others too.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I had some sort of thought or something that talked about the floorboards.
Yeah, you might go in there and see if there's anything you can examine sometime. I think you can do it without like sending Kim away.
Yeah.
But he might not go in there
This
with
is
you.
going to calm down soon. I can feel it.
Oh.
The wind is turning southeast.
Still 3%.
Yeah. I'm not sure if that one's gonna get above 3%. while Kim's there.
It really shouldn't. I'll ask these kids here.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it. This one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker.
Lily's our mum.
The stone kicker laughs suddenly. His head is too large for his shoulders. The other one laughs as well. Wow, so intellectually stimulating.
What bad people?
I don't think questioning 4-year-olds without their parents present is gonna crack the case.
Oh. I want to talk to, what's his name?
Idiot Doom Spiral?
Idiot Doom Spiral, that's it.
I think they're the other direction.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah.
Is it down this? Yeah, there they are.
Tequila Sunset. Can't really remember seeing any women after losing my keys.
Oh.
It's a touchy topic. He hasn't got laid in ages.
Aw.
He really has no idea who this Ruby is, sire.
Straw calls me sire.
Don't call. Don't call her.
There's no waking him from his stupor. His mind is elsewhere.
The legend. He's back.
Oh, yeah, he was,
And firstly,
oh, yeah.
I got smokes and piss and a little speed to spice things up.
Okay, let's check my room. Yeah. Looks like a floorboard.
It sure does.
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others. The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched. Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below. Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand, though. Something bad. Someone's night thoughts. A last resort. A bad idea. You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust. And then something hard wrapped in paper. A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet. The floorboard doesn't care. But maybe the washerwoman does. You have enough to confront her with. It's extra ammunition. She's locked and loaded, ready to fight some cops.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you? Damn that girl.
And without anger, a long and harsh life has taught her not to buckle under pressure.
But you didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either. Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl. As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here. She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into, that girl?
That's for the police to find out. Right there. Please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
Yes, early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock, I think.
She probably heard the lieutenant's Kanema drive by, and it woke her up, just like it did you.
Yes. That is a downside of having a 130 kilowatt engine. It lets the bad guys know when you are coming.
I cleaned it, like I always do. No. She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent this time, kept to herself. She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room. How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
You could ask her about your hunch, that it was a desperate measure. See if she thinks Ruby fits the bill.
Do tell.
Oh, okay.
That bad, is it? Nothing of the sort. Sure, she was no stranger to the bottle. She fit in that way. But I only knew her to have a beer on the beach while watching the sunset. She isn't what you'd call a drunk. Even offered me some from time to time. Said it was part of the communal life. But I never saw her lose control of herself, the way some people do. I don't know. Further up the coast, she tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north. You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
I wouldn't worry about that, ma'am. We are persistent.
Are you sure you would rather stay here? Get a nice cozy fire going in the heater? Seems like a better idea to me.
The failed electric mural. You feel like you should go look at it again.
Oh, okay.
Step closer this time.
Okay. Hang out with that guy and his son again.
Yeah.
One thing, officer. If you do find her, please go easy on her.
She really means it. It's an honest plea.
She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in.
Alright.
Nope, we've got a purple.
Oops. Oh. Hopefully.
Yeah.
I think it was this way? Yeah, I don't think I went through that fence.
Yeah, I think this is it. Trant and his... Okay, yeah, there's the mural.
You see, a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, "Tomorrow is just a whisper away." Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking and will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing in the remains of the edifice. There's something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail first. Indeed, somehow you knew it was here, an urban ruin gutted by looters that once used to consume money and dispense warmth and light.
In there? She could. Or she could be in the identical ruin over there, or in that boat shack, in that church tower, maybe.
Why single out this one building?
Oh, wow. Yeah. Confronted the pigs, revealing this true story. Found the empty trap. Searched the nightclub. Discovered the anomaly. Death notification. Death notification. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So these are.
Yeah.
Even though you're sure you succeeded, all is quiet. There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead. No rustle in the reeds. The wind has died down. The ruin in front of you is silent as a tomb. Trying to talk to the wind, the city, whatever you thought would happen, did not. And now you're just standing there with your hands fallen to your side. Is trying to talk to the city something you've done before? Is it in your secret repertoire? A trick for when you're out of ideas?
How do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. Okay. She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild cryptid hunt, so we have an understanding of the geography, at least. And then there's the church. We've already searched that and can rule it out. I know it doesn't feel like progress, but exclusion is a step too. Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village. Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place. I'm sure it won't come to that.
Dark red box crumbling across the chasm.
Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again. Look where it already got you. Buckle up and raise your collar. This search is going to be wet and cold.
I can listen to the wind again.
You can.
Suddenly, there's a sigh, carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure, like that of a woman emptying her lungs. She wraps the collapsing stone box in front of you in her breath, flowing through it. In through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away footprints in the dust on the stairs, and then the beach below the boardwalk, its winding tunnels, a whisper away.
She's down there.
Okay, why? Good, good, yes. Cold spells. So basically your hangover is telling you she's down there? Right. How do we get in there? The doors were on the collapsed side of this building. They're gone, basically.
Finally, my time to shine.
Savoir-faire.
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70.
Okay. Oh, what's this?
I think it's a pipe?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've checked that before.
An old pipe peeks out from beneath the rotting boards of the boardwalk. Could this be an alternative path into the felled building? Your eyes slowly begin to adjust to the darkness inside the drainage pipe. The lieutenant looks over your shoulder. A thin layer of snow gleams inside the pipe. As your eyes adjust, you see some trash. Crumpled up newspapers, cigarette butts. Someone has half-heartedly spray painted skulls on the right side. And nothing. Broken glass from bottles thrown against the walls of the pipe. A syringe.
Given that this isn't a martial arts thriller, it's highly unlikely, and not without risk to our health either. However, the pipe suggests there may be an entrance to the basement around... And it's right here, the maintenance door.
Oh yeah, big boy time. This needs you to put your back into it.
Broke into Kuno's apartment, broke into Communist apartment. Alright.
thin layer of snow as your eyes and
So you have options.
Yeah.
There's also the ladder.
I think I'll try the ladder.
a rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. Some of the rungs are missing.
Ooh.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
The distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and the peeling rust is razor sharp. In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what, 3 meters above the ground, and you're 180? Okay, but still, the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder. Instead, astral projection.
Oh, okay.
Be open-minded about this.
Teleportation is not a thing.
Stop it. I don't know.
This really has nothing to do with adventure. We are dealing with basic physics here. Oh yes, it could hurt a lot.
Wait, watch out! Teleport to the roof.
Yep.
Oh god.
All you need to do is close your eyes and concentrate. Darkness enfolds you. You can feel the distance between the bench and the first rung of the ladder. All you need to is zoot, zap, pow, crinkle. It's like magic. You feel yourself disappear, your atoms fading out of existence.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Bam! You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical displacement.
I just saw you climb the ladder. You just climbed it like a regular person.
The wind at the top of the building starts howling loudly, blowing away the lieutenant's voice. Faintly you hear,
Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside. Don't go adventuring without backup, especially if we think the suspect may be hiding here.
Congratulations on teleporting.
Yes, thank you.
So, I will say, once you confront Ruby, shit is going to start going down.
Oh, okay.
And some stuff is going to be locked out from you for the rest of the game.
Oh, okay.
Once you let Kim into the building, I think you can leave and you can go do side quests if you still want to.
Okay.
And this isn't like the end game. There's a good chunk after this, but it does start locking stuff out from you.
Okay. Interesting. Oh, there's a piece of paper there. Postcard. I guess I gotta keep going down.
Oh, you might equip your flashlight since it's dark in
Oh,
here.
okay.
I don't know if there's anything that gets revealed, but it seems like the kind of place it might.
I was just reading chat? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, there's Kim. I see him right there. Okay.
Two rusty metal plates that slide apart form a crude door. It's been here under the boardwalk for a while. The doors seem to be on rails, but they've gotten jammed. You grab a side and put some strength into prying it open. With the help of your partner, the two metal panels slide open with a creak.
Huh. I hope no one dangerous heard that. Yes. Time to investigate these passages. Let's move quietly and not make more sound.
Okay. So, is there any other side quests I should do before this?
The one thing I know that definitely you won't be able to do afterwards is anything in the harbor. So if you want to talk to Everard or if you want to try to get into that shipping container.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. I sold my flashlight. See what's in that shipping container. Oh, it just said formulate the church theory.
Oh yeah, the stained glass window.
Oh yeah,
that does reveal some stuff about the world.
Cool.
It's funny, like I feel like to track down Ruby, I had to do a bunch of different stuff. It just must be your stat build. You got some different options than I had.
Interesting.
So I had to talk to the a couple of the truckers to help track her down.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I never.
Yeah. I ended up threatening the fat racist lorry driver to get information.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, last time I checked the shipping container,
yeah, it was very
low.
Very low odds.
But this is a new day.
Yeah, you might see if the odds are better now. And I think it was rhetoric. Because you have to, like, convince the shipping container.
Yes, I have to convince it with facts and logic.
Yeah.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Okay. What, if any, rhetoric clothes do I have?
Yeah, I feel like we checked before and there wasn't a ton, but maybe you've picked up something since then. That one's negative. People don't want to listen to people in bum hats for some reason.
It's +1.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened.
Oops. Let's see. Okay, I can put 2 more points into it.
Yeah.
You're back before the cargo container.
That's not too bad.
Its drawer has
probably
not lessened
save
since
some
you
of
were
that.
last here.
Yeah, I
If
would do
anything,
that.
it seems to
Especially
have
since you
grown
just
slightly.
leveled it up.
Okay.
So you won't get, like, a chance to redo
You're
it.
back before the cargo container.
I think you're maxed
Its
out.
drawer has not lessened since you were last here. Despite the dirt
Right.
that surrounds its
Try.
a beacon of light emerges from deep within you. The door stands silent.
Satisfied, detective?
Try again. Just like that, you hear a click, then a rattle. Some mechanism unlocks itself inside the door.
Ahoy! Come on in!
Mega rich light bending guy. And that's Oh my.
Yeah.
You can't be serious.
Alright. Let's see what this guy's deal is. Oh. Okay. It's some bent light.
It sure is.
Oh. Right. Where can I move? Let's see.
Right, hit tab so you can see where.
Yeah.
I think he's like right where the light sort of converges.
Oh.
It's just hard to see.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Stands at the far end of the shipping container. It's hard to say anything more about him. You cannot make out any of his details, but you do feel the overwhelming presence of capital. The feeling causes all the hairs on your body to stand at attention, like soldiers preparing for review. Something's amiss. The light beams bend around his face and scatter in 1,000 directions. It seems the laws of physics do not apply here. They are suspended, distorted, and echo. Trying to visualize the physics at play is liable to give you an aneurysm. Don't think about it too hard.
I wonder if you succeeded at that, if it would have hurt you.
I'll bet it would have, yeah.
As you utter.
Welcome. Come in. Make yourself at home. Sorry, I'm not better able to receive you. I wasn't expecting visitors today.
You can't hear him exactly, yet you're able to understand every word he says. It is very strange. An overwhelming hum covers everything. Voice doesn't escape from him.
Now, what can I do for you, gentlemen?
Got you.
Who am I? Oh, I haven't been asked that question for such a long time. I don't meet a lot of people outside my circle these days. Anyhow, my name is Rustam Theodore, investor, license holder, and extremely high net worth individual. And you are?
Mr. Theodore, I am Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi of the RCM, and this is my partner.
Pleasure to meet you, Harrier Dubois. I must admit, the name suits you very well. Traveling. This is a great way to get around. It's fun, it's safe, and it gives me lots of time to think. By the way, let me now ask you a question. Where are we exactly? Herschel. I remember walking its streets as a teenager. There used to be a bowling alley in Stella Maris. I wonder if it's still there. It's a shame I can't get out and explore myself. One of the downsides of being an extremely high net worth individual is that mobs of low net worth individuals are constantly banding together to ask for money. There simply aren't enough hours a day to hand out all the handouts. It's like feeding seagulls. There are always more, and they never seem to do anything interesting with it, except more seagulls. Spending money is a matter of desire. I'm sure you agree. I don't have the desire for spending it like that. Smart, no? It also provides a means to hide from all the targeted advertising we extremely high net worth individuals are constantly subjected to. Luxury yachts, high fidelity portable radio systems, fail-proof outerwear, and so on.
Fail-proof
It just gets a bit middle class after a while. A bit bourgeois.
Oh my.
What? No, I didn't say that at all. Being rich is great. Just don't tell anyone I told you that.
Oh Lord, not this again. Oh, nothing. It's just that we've got this murder to solve, and yet you go around asking everyone about money. And every time I ask, are you sure this is related to the case, you say, sure, Kim, I think it is. And yet, it never seems to get us any closer to solving the case.
It's quite alright. I'm used to the question by now. To be blunt, I inherited my fortune from my grandmother, who herself was an extremely high net worth individual back in Graz. All I did was take her fortune and invest it prudently. Believe it or not, it takes more than a bit of skill not to blow a vast fortune on sailing boats, bad choices, and unsupervised state policy.
And blow.
Yeah.
Actually, at the level this guy is, it takes several generations to do that. But, alright.
Rhetoric is the most communist skill, I believe.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, at first, being rich is a lot of work. You've got to work hard because everything's so darn expensive. You know, prices increase exponentially at this income level. But then, once you've reached my position, it's nearly impossible for me not to make money. My assets are so diversified that I'm bound to come out ahead no matter what. Some of my lower net worth friends say to me, but doesn't that take all the fun out of it? And I tell them, not really. Sure, and they benefit when I buy things to stimulate the economy. Do you know how many jobs it takes to build and maintain a racing yacht? Dozens. Of course, in the future, it'll all be automated. But my point is this. Every man gets what he earns. It's the height of tyranny to take that from him. Capital makes one speechless, does it not? Blinds like the sun that rises from beyond the horizon after a gloomy winter.
Hey, all this talk about money has made you lose the thread. What is going on with the light in this place? That's what you need to ask him about.
What do you mean? Are you talking about my chin? Oh, that's what you mean. Yes, I've heard of this effect, though I've never witnessed it myself, of course. It has something to do with our Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient. It's some statistical thing. In essence, it says that when an extremely low net worth individual meets an extremely high net worth individual, some of the laws of physics cease to apply. Among other things. But calm down. I'm but a lowly single-digit billionaire. No, not really. There are actually quite many digits.
I see nothing of the sort. To be frank, all I see is a gentleman who's unusually well dressed for Martinez, in a cargo container, which I admit is odd.
Yes, I imagine that does look strange to you, my container. Why go so soon? I feel we've so much more to talk about. Ah, well, until next time. Welcome back to...
Could you please stop asking? It does not reflect well on the RCM. To be perfectly frank, we can't afford to look worse than we already do.
It's perfectly alright. Based on your appearance, I can tell I'm dealing with a smart man. As you may know, us high net worth individuals do not have a lot of cash on hand. Investments and liquidity are enemies of one another. I think they only have coins for coffee machines. Here is 3 real.
Yay!
How much can you get for this? That's the idea, my friend. You've got to work for the rest. Maybe you can make that money grow. Come on, let's not come.
Absolutely do that. Even with the bad checks. This is a quality fail.
Oh, okay. So I shouldn't bother with like trying to get high conceptualization.
I don't think you have a chance since it's a red check.
Oh, okay.
But I think you should do it anyway.
If business planning were really your strong suit, you probably wouldn't be a cop.
Go on. I'm ready. Hold on. Have we met before? No, on second thought, it couldn't have been you. Your idea reminds me of a group of young men who came to me a long time ago, calling themselves Fortress Accident. The name should have been a red flag. They pitched me and a handful of other investors on an idea for a role-playing game that would, in their words, change the world. Well, at first everything was rosy. The ideas were solid, but they were lacking in... How do I put it? They lacked the will to get things done. As their financial situation became more desperate, their ideas devolved from realistic to absolute insanity. We lost all of our money. High archetypes never deliver. They're only good for peddling Welkins or whatever creeps they come up with.
I guess the inordinate amount of time they put into drawing mythical creatures did not generate a return on investment.
Nobody knows for sure, but the place can't be pretty. Sadly, when we got there, it was too late. The concept had run out of steam. Only dust remained. What I want to tell you is this. It's a very bad idea. Dead in the water. You seem like a reasonable man, but that is not a reasonable plan. Absolutely not.
Bankruptcy sequence.
Yeah. I know there's a way, I can't remember how, you get another check after like trying to present the good idea to present him a bad idea.
Oh.
And if you fail at presenting him a bad idea, he actually likes the idea.
Okay.
The double negative, and he gives you some money.
Okay.
I don't remember how you unlock.
My current lifestyle prevents me from remaining more than a brief time in any one place. Perhaps we'll meet again, somewhere far away. Farewell, friend, and may your peace of mind guide you to happiness. Welcome back, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
Oh, I guess I can't ask him for money again.
Yeah, I don't, unless it's under some sub-option, but I don't know.
Oh lord, not this. We have a murder to solve, and yet you go around bothering
Oh,
everyone
come on,
about
Kim.
money. Arguing
I don't think I've ever asked anybody for money in this place.
Yeah, you've mostly avoided it.
It never seems to get us any close.
And actually, at the level this guy is, it takes several generations to do.
Go right ahead.
Maybe you need to ask him to invest in the RCM for that, I guess, after that check, but I don't remember.
Yeah, maybe.
Exactly. Because I don't think I asked him about the
It
game.
was a real pleasure. Farewell, friend.
Okay.
Okay.
So next, the mural in the church, right?
While you're up here, there's one thing I might want you to check. Not in the harbor. If you go to the apartments, could you check the room with like the bust of Krav Mazov?
Okay.
The other communist stuff.
Sure. Gives us stuff to do to pad out the stream so I can save Ruby for the second stream.
Yeah.
Or the next stream, rather. Daisy, Daisy.
It's a cat.
It's just a billionaire hanging out in a shipping container. 3 T's. Yeah. I also still don't know where the the identities or the location of the other two operatives are.
Oh yeah, Joyce might have.
Yeah,
stuff
I
on
think
that.
Joyce has the info for that behind like a check of some kind. No, I guess I'm going up there anyway. I have a cat in my face. Well, I'm maxed out on rhetoric now.
Yeah.
I can face down anybody in the world of rhetorical combat with my facts and logic. Okay,
this one.
Check out that bust.
Yeah. Oh, check the dot. Oh, Stebbins.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Marzov.
Whoever lives here definitely shares your enthusiasm. There aren't many communists around, not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems. He was definitely controversial. The tenant here seems to like him. There aren't many communists around, not after the revolution.
Is there anything else you can highlight in there? Maybe not. I guess not. I thought there was another bullet in here.
Oh. Interesting. I still haven't actually woken up Kuna's dad.
Yeah.
A plaster cast bust.
I fear him. Maybe in like one of the other apartments. Seeing through the highlight. Something over here.
I guess it's also possible you found the bullet earlier when you were in that apartment.
Oh.
You can check it.
16 days of coldest April.
Oh my. I didn't know this. I don't think I found that. Oh, why don't you see how many bullets you have?
Oh, okay.
It's below, on your like equipment area.
Oh,
over
right
there.
here.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I think you have both bullets I know about.
Oh, okay.
So you probably picked it up the first time you were in that room.
I didn't realize I had a bullet.
Yeah, I forgot about that. It's been a while.
In your hands, you hold 16 Days of Coldest April by Yekaterina Dahl. The cover image shows a row of concrete apartments above which span a black and white rainbow. Indeed, the book is unusually heavy in your hands, as though the cover were lined with lead. It would do that in Grad. You flip through the book. The pages are thinner than you realized, and the type is small and tightly set. It's nearly 600 pages long. The back cover is dominated by a black and white photograph of the author. She can't be much older than her mid-30s in this photograph, and yet, from this cover, the eyes of a sad old woman stare back at you. In cold, detached prose, the author describes a scene from one of the Yugograd riots in the 20s. Youths overturn motor carriages and set trash cans ablaze, while heavily armored guardsmen dash in and disperse them in a flurry of baton blows. As ethnic tensions run wild, a pair of young lovers meet each other on the street. Somehow, in the middle of all the chaos, they manage to lock arms and look into each other's eyes. It would physically hurt you to keep reading.
Oh no.
Sure.
I'm sure it will actually physically hurt you.
Yeah.
But it's up to you.
I've got a lot of medicine.
They go through a brief and somewhat awkward love affair.
Oh, God.
And in the end, they betray each other and succumb to the absurdity of Gradian life. The man becomes a lens grinder, completely abandoning his former existence. He toils through the daily drudgery at the Lenka Polyfabricate. Happiness and fulfillment have eluded him his whole life. And in the end, he has nothing to do but dedicate himself to the craft. She spends the next several decades standing at a conveyor in a Sosnovo fish processing plant. The smell of fish guts slowly seeps into her hair and skin, as every single one of her dreams dies, one by one. The memory of their short time spent together tortures the former lovers ceaselessly until the end of their days. Years pass in solitude, their bodies growing ever more decrepit. As life leaves their remains between the soil sheets, their final thoughts are filled with regret.
Good lord.
God, karate and literature. Okay.
So, church next?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Notebook has a list of white tasks you know about that might be able to... Okay.
Yeah.
That's true. What, mirror?
Yeah.
Annette? Oh, okay. Something with Annette.
Deal was.
Joyce. This might be the, disclosing the location of those people.
Your volition is a bit better.
Tommy Lahan.
Oh yeah, he's one of the truckers you talked to.
Oh, okay.
I think you only talked to him like once on your playthrough. But he's just kind of a nice guy.
Yeah. Measure head. Map wall. This is like stealing the map, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Another Joyce check.
Yeah.
Warded door. Huh.
Sure.
Barbell. Okay, that's to lift the barbell, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Policy dice maker. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Wash basin.
I think that's like shaving or doing something with the expression.
Oh, yeah. Electronic doorbell. Oh, this guy. It's rhetoric. I could do a rhetoric check again. Backyard wall. Barred door.
Oh yeah,
that's not that one.
Yeah, I think heroic means essentially impossible.
Yeah. Scattering of bullet holes. Washerwoman. Cell. Andre. Stained glass window. Okay. Encyclopedia for that one. Or visual calculus. Noid. Okay. So there's a bunch of stuff. Let's talk to Joyce. Oh, I can't get down from here. We'll try the Annette and possibly Dice Maker things after formulating the theory. Okay. Oh, I think I went through the wrong door.
Oh yeah, this is where Cindy sleeps, I think.
Yeah. Alright, we'll do that as well. Exit, there we go. Oh, Joyce.
Oh, where'd she go? Oh, went to the village on the coast.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't know she went down there.
Oh, she's feeling wistful.
Huh.
That's neat. Okay, we'll do the Annette and Dice Maker stuff here. Yeah, a lot of these checks I just completely forgot about.
Yeah.
That's neat. I didn't realize Joyce could move. But, I mean, she has a boat.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
Suggestion.
You might have some suggestions.
Yeah. Let's see. Suggestion is
purple.
Purple. Okay. Spree.
It's minus.
Suggestion. This is my suggestion.
Yeah. If you listen to someone wearing that, someone like Harry wearing that at least.
Yeah. I guess that's the only.
That should get you near 50%.
Yeah.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
Yes, I used to stand out there all the time before Mother told me to focus on my homework. You've been running around all week without your shirt on.
Oh, God.
Telling people about being a star or something.
Oh, no.
I don't really understand who those stars are. Of course, you've stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you.
Thanks, I'm trying.
I can see. You don't have party eyes anymore.
Party eyes? Yes, of course.
You know, like a cat in the dark, all
Oh,
big and
gosh.
wide-eyed. It certainly looks odd on a man.
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. You were probably gurning too.
Yeah, probably.
Good thing she didn't say party eyes loud. Her mother's nearby. Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy. Oh, baby, that's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing.
I didn't know I had to do that. I'm glad I could help you, sir. Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
You're good.
Okay, there's some checks in here.
Yeah, the dice maker had some stuff.
This barbell. I'm probably gonna hurt myself if I try.
Pull a muscle.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor.
Yeah, I think that means you need to roll double sixes for the always win chance.
Let's see, do I have any physical instruments? Oh, tank
course
top,
it
that
takes
makes
up.
sense. Oh, -2.
Scented scarf. No, it does not help your lifting.
Here we go. Those fallen.
Yeah, the track pants. Oh, man from
T-shirt.
Charmville. Oh yeah.
Well, this one also gives extra stuff, but less authority. Alright, I'll try this once.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog.
Yeah, I think it's gonna hurt me.
Yeah.
You manage to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns out you're no beast, just an old man with bad form. See? See? This place is cursed.
Proper weightlifting gloves would definitely afford a better grip.
Okay. I guess I had to check with the dice maker.
Yeah.
I forgot about.
It's Shivers, I believe.
Okay. Oh,
Kim has something to say too.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, you can see on his icon in the bottom.
Oh,
left.
yeah. Okay.
It's dark.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I might have
And
already
the
done this.
flashlight works a lot better.
Oh, he's just
if you
explaining
hold it in your hand.
the flashlight mechanic, I think.
Uncomprehendingly.
Yes, you might even call it a feature of the universe that you need to hold tools to use them. Right. Now let's get to it.
Some areas are
okay.
inaccessible with.
Here we go. I think she was this way.
Yeah, that sounds right to me. Yeah, there she is.
And shivers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't have any shiver bonuses right now. Oh, here we go. Ooh. Oh, +1. Scented scarf.
Yep.
Coming in clutch. Oh, t-shirt. Nice. Okay, that's pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a dye?
A gust of cold air sweeps through the chimney. The stones and minerals on the shelves rattle as though agitated. For a moment, it almost feels as though you're outside the building, exposed to the atmosphere.
Didn't we already talk about this? What are you talking about? My address is exactly the same. Rue de Saint-Guilain 10.
No, the old coal plant that used to be here was subsumed into the new venture. Its ruins swallowed up. Yet it has a different address in the heart of the city.
This doesn't make any sense. Are you saying my business was spared because of a technicality? Where is this coming from? And what? Does it mean that I'm safe from failure?
She starts laughing, her fingers trying to rub away the exhaustion from her face.
Do you know what this is? It's a mourning ring. I made this when my first company failed. It was a small jewelry shop right here in the East Delta Commerce Center, built with the little I inherited from my parents. I drove it into the ground within a year. I didn't have what you would call a viable business plan. It wasn't just a jewelry shop either. I always thought that it was just the world that you were supposed to try again and again until you finally succeed. And now you're telling me what? That it was all because I didn't run my little shops and ventures from a dump inside an abandoned chimney? Yeah. Or maybe it's the entire world that's cursed. It's such a precarious place. Nothing ever works out the way you want it. That's why people like role-playing games. You can be whoever you want to be, you can try again. Still, there is something inherently violent even about dice rolls. It's like every time you cast a die, something disappears. Some alternative ending, or an entirely different world. But anyway, thanks for sharing your theories, officer.
I will say, absolutely do not equip the thought you just got from that.
Oh, okay.
Until a ways.
Okay.
If you like check it out, I think you'll see why. It's called The Precarious World. You see the temporary research bonus?
Oh, all red checks fail.
Yeah.
Yikes.
And when you're in like important conversations or events, those are usually red checks.
Yeah. Wow. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I think there was also a check with like the like doorbells outside.
Oh yeah, it was Volition, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, and just as you might be able to talk to Annette's mom now that you've like formulated a theory.
Oh, that's right. Okay, we'll do that.
With Naya.
I guess I'm put my flashlight away.
I don't know if that's a check or just.
Hello
info.
again, esteemed
I guess
officer,
not.
and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. Okay, but please, only a few questions. You wouldn't want to disturb the spirits.
She must not have much else to say about the spirits.
Yes, the Simonees are very crafty, and their wards are extremely powerful. Lesser wards simply won't do here.
Okay.
The woman looks aloof, her features much softer. Occasionally she glances at her daughter's silhouette.
Yeah, I think I might have closed that quest.
Yeah.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. East Delta Commerce Center? This must be the name of the doomed commercial area.
Okay, I think I have some Volition clothes, maybe. Volition is purple?
Yeah.
Okay. Trying to remember what that stuff might have been. Oh, here we go. Okay. I should quick save here because I think I've max Volition, so like.
Yeah, this is your last chance to
save.
Unless something.
With a
Sometimes
matrix
things
of
will
push
reset your
buttons
attempts.
lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. No. Hold on. The last thing you need in your life is more hysteric emotions. Forget it. Find something else to do.
Daisy Daisy, what's up? Oh, sorry.
An old call box. East Delta Commerce Center. Whatever she says, it can't hurt you. You're a different person now. Stronger, healthier, and alright. Maybe not healthier, but it's a bonus that you've drunk so hard you can't remember any of your past relationships. Oblivion's the ace in your corner. There's a light buzz as you press the doorbell, waiting for her to answer the call. It's cold outside, and you can hear the wind blowing into the speaker. There's the static again, whispering like a seashell pressed against the air.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order? My God.
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax. Distance yourself from it.
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice again.
Wait, is she...
Michelle, just please. Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
The voice from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her breathing. Wind blows into your microphone again, crackling and echoing in the box.
Ever since I came to work here, it's been as if my mind's been wiped clean. It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget about you.
And then it hits you. She tries again not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely. Her quiet sobs sound old and distant, as if her voice is being played off a wax cylinder. Her sound melts into the static from a long-distance phone call. From time to time, you can hear people talking in the distance, but can't make out any words. This is where you hung up the call the last time, but the recording is still going. A phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime, and someone walks by in a pair of heels. The static is like a warm blanket wrapped around the sounds. No one replies, but the static grows stronger like rainfall. Then a female voice speaks out, completely different from the one before. Glorious and total somehow, crawling inside your head. Her words are too cold to comprehend. She smells of sodium lights and rain streaks on car windows. Eyes like pilot lights watch your shape in dark hallways, guttering.
So... It was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes happens. Shall we conclude here? We have other mysteries to solve. I don't have time to explain it to you right now. Maybe sometime later. Don't take this the wrong way, but during our short stint working together, something weird is almost always happening to you.
That is true.
Alright. Okay, now...
The church.
The church.
Alright.
Do you remember what the check for that was?
It's the stained glass window.
I mean,
you mean the skill? I think visual calculus?
Yeah. Stained glass and encyclopedia, apparently.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I think I understand what both of those are.
So, let's keep an eye out for both of those. This. Encyclopedia. Okay. Encyclopedia. Okay. Oh,
visual calculus.
So is it? These are encyclopedia. Okay.
Yeah.
So I need to pick one.
Yeah. Suppose you could do one and the other two. I don't think they're mutually exclusive.
Okay.
Jeff thinks if you do the visual calculus one first, it might make the encyclopedia one easier.
Okay. I think visual calculus is what I have equipped right now.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. There's Andre. Jamming out.
The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting on a single pane of glass. A crack runs across the length of her body, her face oval and sad.
Oh wow, they're both.
Yeah.
You should.
The shards glimmer in the dark. You see little pearls of light on the edges of the crack that splits the female figure. Something was written there. Remains of broken letters line the emulsion. What it said, you do not know.
Oh wow, there's a lot of points in visual calculus.
Oh yeah. So you must have some thought you're internalizing that increases your learning cap for that one.
I see.
The mother of humanism stands above you. A jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you. A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one. And a text, a light motif below them both. unknown. A motor carriage, a gunshot, someone falling into it, or maybe just hooligans looking for something to break. The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden Reichsapfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her innocence day advised. Above, she herself is whole. Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, 30 years, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail. Below both women, in luminous black letters, Après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau. And then, along the left side, Après le monde, la gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau.
Death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however. It was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine. It was a macho thing. Justice, union, prudence, and force.
What the fuck?
Oh, Jesus.
Harry! Good lord.
Not at all.
The mother of humanism towers above you. A wax painting on a cracked pane of glass.
You want to switch your glasses?
Nothing has changed in her expression.
Look at those
Yes.
thick-ass glasses.
You might
Good lord.
save again in case you want to reroll.
Yeah.
The mother of humanism stands above you. It's a mystery. A mystery sprinkled with self-pity and regret. For some reason, unknown to your mind, looking at her delicate eyes makes you feel like you're ready for drowning. All you know is, this is the young mother of humanity, and that you should go. Do something else. Escape her sad, worry-worn look. The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and despite the damage you've done to yourself. The title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is her innocence, Dolores Day, the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever as it haunts all men. The highest category of historic individual, an embodiment of the world spirit. More, an innocence is elected to office by the founding party, a precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. The legal system of the Real Belt is built to accommodate an authentic rule should it coincide with our time. An innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities. What would have happened anyway? Only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. An innocence is a continuous, compressed event, a sacred human being. It is an honor and a glory to live when one is in office. No, we are alone. 300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, by explorers from the continent of Muindi, she is, among other things, the innocence of inter-isolary travel and the connected world. Many things, you know she was a woman of the court. the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene la Navigateur, Queen of Seren, modern-day Sir La Clé. Also, that she was gorgeous beyond beauty, draped in ancient sadness. Are you sure you want to remember this bit of historic trivia? Standing under a long, slender form like this, dwarfed? The past. It's a silo of sadness, fermenting. You should keep away. Exactly. Back out of this corner of your mind by choosing the bottommost option. To hell with this. Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But terrifying, it's a simple word. She was bad for humanity, and you shouldn't have started thinking about her. You already do. Although she is often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day, constantly surrounded by her terriers. She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs. The Mesk state tried to detach itself from innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity, suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity. She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacentic, mare interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband.
He just stepped on the keyboard, that wasn't me.
From history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her.
Lieutenant Yefredo, you've stood there for over 5 minutes. What are you thinking of, if I may ask?
Cool, man, yeah. Look around as much as you wanna. This is your place too.
We should board that window up, Andre. People don't want to see that woman when they're dancing. It's unhealthy.
How about we don't do that, Lloyd? She looks cool.
Alright. Let's see. Yeah, it's almost 11.
Yeah.
I've been going for a little short of 3 hours.
Yeah.
Maybe 2.5, 2:40.
Yeah, 2 hours 45 minutes. It is 11 on the dot.
Okay. It's a good place to call it.
Sure.
We'll see if you get into the real shit next week.
Yeah, I guess so. Jeff did mention some other check with attached to Noid.
Yeah.
Is this Noid?
Yeah, Noid talks about, like,
Yo,
the Innocentic system and
okay.
stuff like that, too.
Alright. Okay. But, we'll get some story stuff, apparently, next week.
Yep.
Exciting.
Mm-hmm. My phone is almost dead, too, so
okay. Good.
That Twitch eats up my battery.
Then, have some Yakuza this weekend.
Yep.
And then get back to it in a week.
We're gonna finally get into some cabaret clubbing. I still need to read a guide on that.
Oh, yeah. Alright, see you next week.
See you next week.